So Quinn, how's it feel knowing that your one of your favorite decks of all time is going to be made completely useless by some dude from the East Blue? Well, actually, two dudes from the East Blue.
Dude, two dudes from the East Blue. You forgot the main man, Lucy, bro. That is the real killer. That is the real killer. It's not possible.
How are they releasing two sets of anti-emu?
It's crazy because, like, fun prank by Bandai, right? You release a really cool leader with a really cool gimmick, and he's like the main antagonist of the show, right? And then you make him way overtuned, and you can't remove any of his things for fun. And then you just release two sets to invalidate the deck instead of just changing it. It's pretty cool.
Do you think if Emu's characters could be removed by effects, that he would be like a balanced deck? Or do you think he'd like be terrible?
I think that's like the one thing that's sort of pushing it over the edge. Because, like, there's just no need. There's just no need for that. And that's like the main thing that's makes the deck sort of game breaking, because it's just ruining control as an entire archetype. So I don't know why they did that. It doesn't make sense.
I think it's super overkill to do that, because it's like if you're playing out 5 characters in a turn and it's like a 4, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7.
Yeah.
It's like no deck is able to remove all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I think like sure you can slam it down as long as you're gonna run out of 4. Like you got 4, if not more, 5 elders because of your Shirahoshis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't know. I just don't feel like it needed the removal protection. I don't know why they added that.
Exactly. It just like killed half the decks in the game. And also I feel like removal would be in a pretty good spot because stuff like Ace is weak to removal. If you look at OP13, Ace is weak to removal, Zora is weak to removal. So the whole meta would have been different. And into Emu, if you're versing a removal deck, and if your stuff could be removed, the removal deck could just remove your Peter, and now you lose so much power, and it's fine. Because Peter is the thing that gives Emu all of his aggressive power, right? Because it makes everything 7k. You remove that, and it's suddenly chill.
So I think if they eroded all the 5 elders, I generally don't think that it would make. I think it's too late now to do it because they've got Don Krieg and stuff for Emu's just on play. Like they released 2 sets of fuck you Emu.
I don't know. It's so weird.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah,
but
I'm not too upset because like unlike yellow decks, at least it wasn't like I didn't have to sell a kidney to build the deck, right? It was like less than 1 Kuma to build the entire deck, and I pulled the ult off for free, which the ult paid for the entire deck. So it is what it is. But like it's kind of weird, man. Like why did we do this, Bandai?
Yeah, it did. I don't know. It's so weird. Like I feel like if they just didn't add that one line of text, Emu would be like the most balanced deck in the game.
Well,
not balanced, but I feel like it'd be a strong meta deck, but not like it wouldn't be too overloaded to like where the point, like because like Graveblade, right? Oh wow, I can actually do something into Emu as like blue decks now, or like as like Sakazuki or something like that. Like all these decks suddenly become like playable.
Exactly.
But like Emu still isn't weak, you know.
And the funny thing is, they unbanned Sakazuki. Everybody was going crazy, and then they revealed Emu. Like, are we serious? Like,
it was so bad for everyone. Do you remember when Sakazuki got unbanned?
Dude, and, like, I was so excited. I was like, yo, I'm gonna play Sakazuki. The blue Tashigi prices went up. Everything went up. Emu reveal. GG. It's over.
GG. It's over. Yeah, I remember like people started buying like Sakazuki leaders for like $100.
Yeah, man, and like everybody was excited. Like the GOAT was back, you know. Like I don't know. It's just such a weird choice for game development. I don't know.
Yeah, but everyone, welcome back to the Hyrule Podcast. I am your host Mars, joined by my co-host Quinn. And
yes,
today we have some very, very exciting, late. We will say we are a bit late, but exciting new reveals to cover here in our OP15 leaders.
Yes, sir. Adventure on God's Island. And apparently it's not just the Sky Island set that everybody was sort of suspecting it would be. It's also Dressrosa, and that sort of makes sense, you know?
It's mostly Dressrosa.
Uh well, not even. Well, kinda, I guess, yeah.
What is Brooke doing in here, man?
I mean, I'm glad Brooke's there, but like, yeah.
Yeah,
What is he doing here?
he wasn't. He was like barely a character on Dressrosa, and he wasn't even on this in the squad on Sky Island. So
Yeah, I think they're sort of doing a meta play, but maybe I'm giving Bandai a bit too much credit because there are theories in the manga, spoilers, but Brooke has a sort of connection to the God's Knights, to the Holy Knights. It's suspected, so maybe
yeah, raise
maybe
you.
they're cooking.
I raise you. What is Don Krieg doing in this set?
He's the god of the East Blue, bro.
Oh, holy shit! Wait, he's cooking. Holy.
He's the god of the East Blue. He actual chills, bro. He's insane, dude.
Only guy to actually use chemical warfare in One Piece.
My guy. If we look at the card game as canon, he has better hockey than Shanks, man. Much better hockey than Shanks.
Wait, Don Krieg upscale?
Almost double Shanks's hockey for Don times one. It's insane.
I don't know. Better than Rayleigh as well.
Yeah, dude, he's actually him.
I'm just saying, but
yeah, Don Krieg's gonna go crazy. But hey, what
Speaking
are
of
we?
Krieg,
Yeah,
why don't we jump into leaders real quick? And we can cover them.
let's do it.
So, first off, we'll cover our boy Don Krieg,
Mm-hmm.
the first leader that we've been chatting up. You know, so he is a 4-life, 5,000 power / attribute leader.
Mihawk victim.
Mihawk victim. But Perona user. if he wants
Perona
to.
user. I don't think he will because of his leader effect. Which would you like to go over?
Don ×1 during your opponent's turn. If you only control characters with the East Blue type, all of your opponent's characters gain minus 2,000 power.
Mm-hmm.
Then activate main once per turn. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 2 or more given Don cards.
Yeah.
So Emu gets giga cooked by this deck.
Yeah, man. I thought this would be it, right? Because they revealed this as one of the first few leaders, and I was like, okay, Emu's dead, but you know, we'll see later on that this wasn't the end, you know. But yeah,
the last 2 sets have been healthy Emu players. But I think this leader's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I don't think it's actually going to be that good in. Well, I mean, of course, we'll have to see the support that they print for it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that this leader is going to be very good in standard format. I think it's going to be good in extended format.
I think this leader is gonna be crazy, no matter. Like, I don't even care what support they give. Just this first line of text makes this later insane. Just by default.
I mean, my only kind of like pause to that statement is that there's just not much support for the deck at the moment. With a lot of it getting rotated out when this set comes out in April. So like you're losing like all of the EBO3 not EBO3, sorry, OPO3 cards. Which I think is gonna be really, really tough for the deck.
I don't think it's that big of a deal because of how insane this first part is, and he still has some great East Blue cards that are staying past rotation. Some stuff like I'm pretty sure there's a Seeking card, which is a 4-cost that stops an opponent's character from attacking. It's just Bonnie.
Yes,
right?
Lord of the Coast.
It might be Lord of the Coast. I'll have to double check
I'm
that.
playing Shirahoshi, brother. I'm a fish man.
No, not. Well, do you play it? It's the 4-cost, and it's like.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that one. It's really good, right? And East Blue in general has some really strong cards because, you know, East Blue leaders have been weak, right? So to compensate for that, they've just printed some really strong cards. And, like, for example, he's also got the 3-cost Arlong from EBO 1, EBO 2, which.
From EBO 2, yeah.
Yeah, so that card attaches Arrested Don to the leader, which works perfectly, right? Because you need Don ×1. and also stops a character or yeah, it stops a character from attacking as well, right? And it's also got Shanks and all of these other cards, right? And like you can also tap into like events and go for a more control style because the events don't have to be blue type, right? It's only the characters.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think something for me, they're gonna have to release like 2 searches for this deck because you're losing your East Blue,
Nami.
um, your East Blue Nami from OPO 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you only have the Straw Hat Crew Searcher, which is not super great.
Yeah.
In this build. So they're gonna have to print one, even 2 searches for this deck because I feel like one. Me personally, I don't enjoy one searcher decks. I feel like they're just too inconsistent.
Yeah, fair. I mean,
Um,
I think they'll figure it out, but like just the inherent power that his leader effect has is like not to be understated, right? Because like
yeah,
yeah, like the pressure you put on your opponent because this game is very much character focused, right? A lot of decks win by either playing really big characters or playing a lot of characters and overwhelming the opponent. And just with Don times 1 minus 2k power to everything is insane when a lot of decks, that's their entire game plan. Like, if you look at Mihawk's plan is to become a 7k leader and sort of lock down your opponent's characters to invalidate them with your Shankses and your Lord Beppos. This does it with Don times 1. Like,
I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
it's crazy. And on top of that, being able to just rest an opponent character with 2 given Don cards is insane if we look at the support, which it seems pretty nice so far.
I think another good thing that we have is the 2-cost Koshiro being able to be played.
Yeah.
Protect your low cost slash attributes. I think there's going to be a lot of slash attributes in this in this deck that you can play. Like you can play like the 4-cost Arlong, the 3-cost Arlong, the 4-cost Boggy from EBO2 as well.
Yeah.
All these kind of different cards that just have the slash attribute just as a passing. I think it's gonna be an interesting deck to build.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think it's going to be strong as hell. And speaking of which, let's go over some of the support that they have printed. So we've got 8 cost, 9k power Don Krieg SR, right? So it's obviously East Blue type and Krieg Pirates. On play, give up to 3 of your opponent's rested Don. That's right, opponents rested Don cards to one of your opponent's characters. Then this character gains Rush, and then activate main once per turn. If this character was played on this turn, give each of your opponent's characters minus 1k power for each Don card given to the character until the end of your turn. Right? So basically, you play this out. You give 3 of your opponent's rested Don cards to their characters, so you can use your leader effect on that character to rested down, right? Because it has more than 2 rested on it. And then you can activate this main to give it minus 3k power or however much based on how much Don cards it has, right? So it seems very strong and it has Rush. What are your thoughts on this card?
Pretty good. I think it's not really boss monster levels. But I think it could be good. I think it's good. I mean, it's definitely going to be good. Being able to give all that like rested Dawn, and then just rest down something, and then have Rush on it as well.
Yeah,
feels pretty good. I think.
I think it's going to be pretty crazy because like this card at the very least goes 1 for 1, right? It's almost a removal card, right? Because picture this, right? Your opponent has a character on the field, right? It doesn't really matter what power it is or what cost it is. You're going to attach 3 rested Don cards to it because they just played the character out, right? So they're going to have rested Don cards. And then you're going to rest it down and you're going to give it at least minus 3k power. So, and you're going to be swinging 9k into it. So it feels great. I'm excited.
I think it's just a very solid card.
Yeah. And like it's gonna pair well as well if you go for a more removal style. Depends what more support they give, but if it's a power based removal sort of deck, it'll be interesting to see how this pairs with everything else. Because minus 3k power or more based on however much Don cards your opponent placed on their character already, it's gonna be good. Do you want to read this next card, Arlong?
Yeah, sure. So we have Arlong, which is a green character. 4 cost, 5,000 power / attribute again.
Mm-hmm.
1k counter on KO. Up to 2 of your opponent's rested cards will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase.
Yep.
Which is insane. Then
Yep.
activate main once per turn. You may give one of your opponent's rested Don cards to one of your opponent's characters. Give up to 1 Don card from the owner's cost area, and give. I just had a stroke reading this. Holy.
Yeah.
You may give one of your opponent's rested Don cards to one of your opponent's characters. Give up to 1 Don card from their owner's cost area, and give it to their leader or one of their characters.
Why is it worded so
yeah
crazy?
So it's worded that way. So basically, you can give one of your opponent's rested Don cards to one of their characters.
Yep.
Then you can give either one of your Don or one of your opponent's Don, doesn't matter active or rested, to their lead, to one of their leaders or one of their characters. So let's say I'm versing an Emu. I was activate main. I'll give your active Don to your leader.
Yeah. Or okay, yeah. Or one of my characters, so you can rest it down. Or one of your characters
and then rest it down.
Yeah. That seems great, honestly. Wow. Because this by itself, every turn you can attach 2 Don to a character, to an opponent's character if you want, or 1 Don to your opponent's character, 1 Don to you, from your field, right? It's got a lot of versatility built in there, and it basically activates your leader effect every turn. It's gonna be great, right? And that on KO effect is kind of crazy, especially as an Emu player, because
you just never wanted to KO this.
Yeah, because he can just freeze my stage, right? I mean, I guess I can KO it.
Yeah.
I can KO it before I use my stage, but yeah, it seems great.
Yeah,
solid
it
card.
still feels pretty impressive, I think.
And this is only a rare. Like, holy.
Yeah.
Just a rare that facilitates your leader effect every turn. Like, either you attach 2 rested Don to, or 2 Don to your opponent's character to rest something down, or you can always have a Don on your leader to activate your leader effect. That seems great.
Yeah, I think another little card that I've just been like off to the side looking at East Blue cards that it could run. And there's a EBO3 Kowina that just says you may rest this. It's a 2 cost, 0 power, 1,000 counter.
Yep.
Activate main, rest this character, give 2 rested Don cards to your / attribute leader.
Yeah.
Just like that's so good for this deck, because being able to use all your Don and then just get a 7k swing as well as giving everything on your opponent's board neg 2k power feels pretty good to me.
And the nice part about that is that it's almost always going to absorb like a leader swing or a meaningful character swing, because their searches, usually these small bodies searches will just swing into it and it's whatever, right? But you're giving those searches minus 2k power.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard for even these searches to trade into it.
Especially like if it's a 1,000 power search or something like that.
Exactly. So solid.
It's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. Maybe you can play Gaimon in this deck.
Low-key, Gaimon and Sarfunkel is going to be a crazy combo. That's what I'm saying. Wide, yeah, dude. I think that's it for our
Dom Krieg section. Best deck in format. GG. Go next.
Straight up. I guess what next. Let's cover the first leader that was revealed. It's a bit of a more sort of boring leader, but I think it's strong. I think it's strong, low-key. So do you want to read this one?
No, you got it.
All right. So We've got Monkey D. Luffy. Of course, we can't really go a set without a Luffy leader, I guess. But yeah. Yellow leader, mono yellow, 5 life, 5k power, Sky Island Straw Hat Crew type. And when one of your Sky Island type characters with an original cost of 6,000 or greater would be removed from the field by your opponents, not by effects, just removed anyway by battle effects, etc., you may instead place the top card of your life into your hand. So, I honestly think this is going to be very underrated. Just being able to protect anything at all times. This isn't once per turn. By battle as well. It's going to be solid. What are your thoughts?
I think this deck is going to be very high skill ceiling deck. Knowing like when to take your life and not to take your life is, I think, it's going to be really important to do. Specifically because, you know, if you get super aggressive with taking all your life so you can save your board, and then you just get swung at and die, like, you know, I think it's gonna be risky. But also I think it's gonna be good as like a little way to you know, you can kind of just coast by and get resources yourself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, yellow really struggles with, you know, its resource management and stuff. So being able to not, like, it's going to be very hard to play into this deck, I feel like, because you can't do the normal yellow play style where you normally just like you can starve them out. They don't get much resources from any of their cards. You can just swing at their board and they'll eventually run out of cards and you can swing at them, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that into this deck because they'll just be like, okay, you swing into my character, I'll just take a life.
Exactly.
Cool, now I have an extra card in hand.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great because, like, the main weakness of yellow is that it's so prone to getting starved and its resources, right? And we sort of, like, see this with Purple Yellow Rosinante, where, like, Purple Yellow Rosinante is starting to become quite oppressive because you can't deal with their board, they develop some really strong characters, and they heal a lot, right? But then they don't really get starved because as soon as you try to take their characters, they can just take a life instead. But this isn't once per turn. You can just keep doing that, and it has access to some really strong cards, being Sky Island type, to the 10 cost L, which heals them every turn, and there is no way for them to get rid of it. It's going to be solid, I reckon.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a super solid and annoyingly to deal with, especially with like new cards like the 5 cost Pulsar, that 10 cost L, you know, Kuma even, and then also cards just like, you know, Mont Blanc Noland. I think you can play him in this deck, right? Unless he says your leader has to be Kalgara.
Let me
I'll look
check
it
that
up.
real quick.
I got it.
Okay.
But I think, you know,
I think it's as long as you have a Kalgara on the field.
yeah, I think this leader is going to be super solid. No, it's if your leader has Shandoran Warrior type.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine because like you still have access to 10 cost now, and there's so many healing tools being introduced in EVO for like when the whole package gets sort of released along with OP15. So I think it's gonna be super solid, and it's gonna draw a bunch of cards from just this effect, right? It's gonna feel a lot more oppressive than people think, right? So watch out for this leader. I might try it out because I do like this sort of yellow leader where you take life more aggressively compared to a lot of the yellow leaders that have been releasing, stuff like Bar Hancock. I prefer this.
This leader is going to be disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just like playing out 5 cost Kalgara on curve. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Just being able to draw 2 cards essentially every turn, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna be very good. And let's look at some of the support. Well, one card in particular, which is only a rare again, but man, the power of this set is starting to look crazy because these rares, man, they have some crazy effects, right? So do you want to read this one?
So yellow Nika Robin, on play you may add the top card of your life to your hand. If your leader has the Straw Hat Crew, you may add 1 card from the top of your deck to your life cards. After that, you may play one character from your hand with Sky Island, and it costs 5 or less.
Yeah. So, also notably, this is a Sky Island type character as well, so you can protect this with your leader effect, and yeah, just being able to essentially draw one card, right? But the way it's worded is a bit weird, so that with Nami you draw an extra card. But basically, you're gonna be able to draw a card, heal a life, and also play out a 5-cost Sky Island type character with a 7-cost as well. It seems fucking solid.
I think it's kind of interesting how they ordered this effect, such that like you add it to your hand, then you have to do the rest of the effect.
Yeah.
Because like why would they not say play out one from your hand and add the top card of your life, and then you could have played out the 5-cost Kagara, removed it from your life, drawn a card, put it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think they just don't want it to be like too overtuned, because this way you have to have at least one life card to use the effect.
True that.
So I think that was their thinking.
There's I guess it's a little bit of a weird way to word it.
Yeah. Because like
this deck is gonna be so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you can also put yourself in range of like cards like L4.
Yeah.
Just like you can use upper yard. You can use like the whole upper yard package as well. Oh man, this deck's gonna be pretty strong, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Like yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited. But yeah, that's it for Yellow Luffy.
To the other leader.
God,
and I'm super Punk's losing. Punk's losing to Poland.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's happening. Oh my god. I'm dying out here.
It's that Australian summer into autumn, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You're getting cooked.
Straight up. But
I think this is the leader that I'm most excited for.
Honestly, same.
Green, black.
Oh my god, bro. It's cooked. It's cooked, man. I'm dead. And they're killing me, and I'm taking hits.
Your Ebru leader is like one of your Horcruxes, bro.
Yeah, man. It's like basal organs, man. It's cooked. Oh my god.
Bandai has your soul, bro.
Oh my god. They're actually cooking me with the set, but let's keep going. So this is like the only black leader of the set. Well, half black. So I'm excited for him.
Black, green. I'm excited. I wanted to play a black leader for a really long time, but I'm a green player.
Yeah.
So this leader, 4 life, 5,000 power, / attribute. Another / victim, guys.
Yeah.
It's according to the rules, you don't lose the game for having 0 cards in your deck. Instead, at the end of your turn, where your deck becomes 0, you lose the game.
Yep. Do you want to first read out the name of the leader?
Sure. Activate main once per turn. Place the top 4 cards of your deck into your trash. Then, if your deck is 0 cards, set one of your characters as active.
Yeah. So the leader is Brooke, guys.
What?
You didn't say it was Brooke, man. You just went
into the I forgot.
Yeah, it's Brooke.
My bad.
Finally, we have Brooke as a leader, right? Now, all we're missing is Frankie for the Straw Hat, so excited. I've always loved Brooke as a character.
No, guys, Don Krieg leader before Frankie leader.
It's crazy, honestly. But hey, we can't complain. We finally have Brooke, and it's a really unique leader, man. It's got basically an alternative win condition of you don't lose the game when your deck becomes 0. So that's cool.
I mean, I think it's important to note that let's say you played like 7-cost Luffy and you put 7 cards back into your deck after hitting 0, you still lose the game at the end of that turn. Yeah,
so it's not so much that you can go down to 0, use the effect, and then recycle cards. It's straight up an OTK, right? The turn where you hit 0, you have to use this effect, and you have to kill the opponent, or else you lose, no matter what. Unless they print something that negates the effect of this leader. I
think this leader is going to have potential for like a really cool OTK. where
Yeah.
you could have like a 7-cost Luffy and a 9-cost Zoro on the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you play out the 6-cost Brook, play like Gum Gum Giant Pistol, give your like your Zoro plus 6k, and then swing with it 4 times. Swing with your Luffy, restand it with its effect, swing it again, and then trash your Brook, swing it again, or like do your Brook's effect, like swing it. Like you're doing like 7, 8 swings with 3 characters on the board. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and honestly, right now, what I think the sort of strategy in my head is that you don't play for this leader effect until the very end, right? But what you do is you keep trashing your deck, and then you recycle cards, sort of like Shirahoshi, right? Because in Emu, you use Shirahoshi when you have low cards in your deck, so you can recycle the Elders and keep using them, right? And that works really well because the 5 Elders on play, like its effect trashes the card, so you can just put it back from trash into your deck and then get it back, right? So with this, one notable card that you can use, which trashes itself for its effect, is this 6-cost Brook, which we'll go over in a second, but basically, you're going to use a 6-cost Brook, you're going to recycle it back into your deck using the 7-cost Luffy or some other means, and then you're going to get it back, and then use it again, use it again, use it again, until you go for that OTK where you go down to 0 cards in trash, sorry, 0 cards in deck, and then you end the game. So it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of like loops people do, because sure, you don't go down to 0 because you will lose unless you end the opponent that turn, but you can still abuse this aspect of being able to recycle cards because you go through your deck so fast. So it's gonna be interesting.
I think 9-cost Zoro is gonna be pretty good in this deck.
I'm not so sure about 9-cost Zoro because like it's a 9-cost. That's the annoying part, right? And the 6-cost Brook doesn't restand a 9-cost. It restands an 8-cost, which is just unfortunate.
I think what you're forgetting is when this set comes out, we're not gonna have Red Rock anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
So I think I don't know. I might be in Disneyland here, but I don't know. Like playing 9-cost Zoro out on like one of your turns and then being able to have an additional restand of it. I don't know. It feels pretty strong to me.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like you get that additional restand, but you don't really get the value off of the 6-cost Brook restand. I would much rather put my Don on an 8-cost and then restand that a lot of times. You know? I mean, we're gonna see a card that's like that's going to be the premiere thing that we're going to restand.
They have to release support for it this set. But I will say that Brook SR's art looks so nice, just like the base art.
Yeah, low-key, like all the art in this set looks pretty solid so far, except for like the NL leader. I don't know what's going on with that, but
except for that Pearl card, bro. What is that?
I mean, dude, he's tweaking, right? He's tweaking out. But all of the NL cards, right, so far look. I don't like the art on them, except for the 6-cost NL. But
the 6-cost NL looks really cool.
Yeah,
it's like Gojo Satoru from JJK, bro.
But all the 1-costs look so goofy, and I also don't like the leader art. But anyways, we have the SR.
So we have so much black support for this leader as well, which is insane.
Yeah.
Because black Luffy best deck in format.
Ain't nobody gonna play Black Luffy, bro. I tried. No. I don't know. It might be popping. I don't know. It could be. I guess. Like.
I don't know.
Because the 7-cost Luffy is really nice for that deck. You become an 8k leader, but I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know if it's enough.
But yeah, so we've got a few cards for this deck, which I think are going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Have we talked about the SR?
We sort of talked about it, but let's go over it. So we've got 6-cost Brook, right? So there's a
6
6
cost,
cost, 6k power / attribute Straw Hat Crew, 1k counter card. And yeah, so as I was saying, we can like keep recycling this card. And one really nice aspect of it is that on play, it rests one of your opponent's cards. Any card. It can rest a 10 cost blocker, it can rest a Dawn, etc., right? And activate main, you may trash this character. If your leader has a Straw Hat Crew type, set up to one of your characters with a base cost of 8 or less as active. So yeah, super solid.
I think you combine this with another card from this set, the Black OP15 2020 Chopper. 2 cost, 2000 power, 1000 counter. On play, trash 3 cards from the top of your deck. Activate main. You may trash this character. If you do, and your leader has the Straw Hat type pirates, Straw Hat Crew type, add up to 1 character card from with the Straw Hat Crew type other than turn into a chopper from your trash to your hand. So being able to use this, trash it, and then get that 6 cost Brook back into your hand straight away.
Yep.
Play it out again, activate main again.
Yep.
I think this deck is missing one thing. I think it's a little bit of Don restand. Being able to have like a character that has like activate main, restand like 1 or 2 Don, I think would be really, really helpful in this deck.
I think it might be a bit overkill, but yeah.
I mean, I think a 6 cost that rests 1 card and then restands one of your 8 drops. It's pretty, like 6 is a lot, bro.
You can just keep this on the board, man. You don't have to use the effect immediately.
True.
Ideally, you want to get the swing in before you trash it as well. So
yeah, I mean,
so it's a free restand if you think of it that way.
Yeah.
So,
and
solid.
The other support card that we got was the Monkey D. Luffy, the zombie Luffy. A black character, 7 cost, 7000 power, and it has a really cool effect that I love.
Yep.
So each of the following effects are applied on this character depending on the number of cards in your trash. If there are 10 or more, this character's base power is 9000 and gains plus 10 cost, 17 cost character.
Yep.
If there is 20 or more in your trash during your opponent's turn, your leader is 7k base. And if there are 30 or more cards in your trash, this character gains plus 1000 power. So a 7 cost, 10k, that makes your leader a 7.
Yeah. And this isn't leader locked to anything, which is also going to be very interesting.
Emu upscale.
This is horrible in Emu, but it's going to be interesting in Croc, right? It's not good in Emu because you trash it, the $5. So
yeah, obviously.
What just clicked is that this game's plus 10 cost. That means okay, it's base cost. Good. Because this is going to be the premier card you're going to restand with your 6 cost Brook, obviously, because it's a 10k power character that you can restand with your Brook. Amazing.
Yeah, true. And also, again, I think Gum Gum Giant Pistol is going to be really good in this deck.
Yeah, I could see it. For sure.
Everyone, pick up your playsets now. It's an EVO 2 card, so it's
straight up
hard to find. Pick up your playsets now!
Straight up, it's gonna be a solid card, and yeah, this might be interesting in Crocodile as well, just making your leader a 7000 base power, because Croc fills up his trash really nicely. It's kind of competing with a very important slot in the deck, which is Missile Sunday, one of the most broken cards in this game. But yeah, it's a really good card. Loki a black Luffy upscale. Because, like, you play this down, you add a Don to your leader, you're already a 6k base. Sorry, you're already a 6k leader. And then your leader's base power becomes 7000 if you're 20 or more. With a Don on your leader, you can become an 8k leader. I don't know.
And then you play Garp as well, yes.
Yeah, Garp carrying a 7. Cool. I mean, I don't know if Garp will be played because then you have
doesn't Garp give a leader plus 1k?
Well, yeah, because you add a Don to your leader and it activates your effect.
Okay. Well, I thought he gave an additional one. So
no. But probably not running Garp because he needs to bottom deck 3 Navy
Maybe,
characters
yeah.
for his
Tough.
effect. But solid card, not leader locked. This is only a rare, guys. Some crazy rares in this set. Oh my god. But yeah. Insane.
Yeah, insane. And I think we have we still have 3 more leads left to cover. So do you want to get into the Rebecca leader?
Sure. Let's go for Rebecca, right? So Rebecca has been one of my favorite like characters in the story. I've really loved Dressrosa, and this is sort of like one of the first like decks that introduced me to the game was Blue Black Rebecca. So this is the new rendition of it because that deck is rotating out. So we've got Rebecca, OP 15, 5 life, 5,000 power, wisdom, attribute, Dressrosa. So this leader cannot attack. Very, very rough. Activate main. You may rest this leader and return a Dressrosa type character to your hand to play a Dressrosa type character with the cost of 3 or less from your hand. So it's a good leader. I don't know. This is the leader we've seen sort of like the least support for, and this leader is very dependent on the support. So I don't know. It's hard to say. It really needs a searcher. We don't have a searcher for this deck.
I think this deck is probably going to be the worst one in this set, unless it gets some insane support.
I've been see it.
Yeah. I've been playing Shirahoshi recently, and god fucking damn, having a leader that can attack is such a big difference, bro.
Yeah.
Like, not your leader not being able to attack is like, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, dude, this game went 8 turns. That's 8 cards out of my opponent's hand that I could have gotten.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to say. At least this card has a Kairos card. It has some rush characters, right? And you can cheat them out with your effect, and then you can attack. So like your leader is kind of attacking, but man, this leader really needs a searcher because that's where the strength of this leader effect is really gonna come in. Where you play out a searcher, you can bounce it back to hand, and then play out another searcher or a 3 cost, and you're basically drawing like 2 or 3 cards per turn. So, but we don't have a single searcher for this deck yet. Because Leo is leader locked to Usopp, and there's no other blue Dressrosa searcher. So this is the leader we need the most support for.
I think it's going to be interesting to kind of, see what kind of support comes out. We'll have to see what kind of cards it gets, because I think it's going to need some really strong cards to be able to be a viable leader.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to get a 3 cost searcher that searches for 2 things. If it gets that, it's going to be solid.
I think it'll be good. So we'll just have to wait and see, I think, with this later a little bit.
Yeah.
And while we're here, do we want to talk about the other Dressrosa leader for this set?
It's my goat, Lucy, bro. You want to take it away?
Sure. So we have red, blue, Lucy leader, 4 life, 5,000 power, Dressrosa, and Revolutionary Army. So it is the Salvo Lucy, not the Luffy Lucy.
Of course, of course.
When attacking, / when on your opponent's attack, you may trash any number of event or stage cards from your hand. This leader gains plus 1,000 power during this battle for each card trashed. So a very event-heavy deck again. And then it has activate main once per turn if your leader has activated. If you have activated an event with a base cost 3 or more during this turn, draw 1 card.
Yeah.
So I think this leader could be. I think this leader is going to be very interesting, because I think if it gets good events that it can play out, it's going to be good, right? But I feel like it's going to fall very much into the pitfall of UP Sanji again, where you run a lot of events and you just have no counter.
Well, I feel like the first part kind of fixes that, no?
Yeah, but still, like, not having 2Ks, right?
Well, yeah, but like gonna look at the stage, which gives you ace leader effect, so you have 2Ks as well. So
do you want to read the stage then?
sure.
I actually can't remember what the stage does.
So we have the Dressrosa stage, which is Dressrosa Kingdom, blue 1-cost stage. On play, if your leader has Dressrosa type, draw 1 card. It's always good when you see this on a stage, right? And on your opponent's attack, you may rest the stage and trash 1 event or stage card from your hand. Up to 1 of your leader or character cards gains plus 2k power during this battle. So you just have ace leader effect.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's gonna be solid.
I think it's gonna be a solid leader, but if you don't find your stage, it could be a little bit tough, especially into like early game aggro decks, like like something like Gecko Moria or something like that. And it's that once per turn as well.
Yeah, because you rest it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be.
I'm. This is like the second leader that I'm the most excited to play from this set, because I love Lucy, I love Dressrosa, right? And I love the fact that this is using sort of the OP2 or OP3 aces leader effect, which has the same text for the top half, right? When attacking on your opponent's attack, you could trash events or stages to gain plus 1k power. That's awesome, right? Because if you know One Piece, Lucy / Sabo inherits Ace's will. So that's pretty cool.
Sure. That's actually pretty cool. I hadn't thought about that before.
Yeah. And activate main once per turn. That effect is really nice because basically how I envision this deck is it's going to be a removal focused deck with events like Gravblade, maybe like Honesty Impact, stuff like that, where you clear your opponent's board and then you also draw cards while you're clearing your opponent's board, and you can also refill your hand with stuff like Boff Burst, which draws 3 cards for this deck. It's
insane.
It's going to be a solid deck, and
I think it's going to be solid, yeah.
Yeah, and I do like my event-heavy decks. I have been enjoying a bit of blue-purple Sanji and such, but it does feel bad when you break up, you have a lot of events, and you sort of get exposed, right? But that's why I love this leader, right? Because so much of that is mitigated with the stage and the leader effect that it's going to be nice.
Yeah, I think this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, but
I think
we'll have to see. I think we'll have to see.
Yep.
I think we'll have to see.
And
now,
let's also talk about one of the cards for this leader. It's locked to this leader. That is my favorite card. I love this card.
The fuck you emu card.
Yeah, like what the hell? What is this, man?
Go for it. It's your fate.
Yeah. So this is the cause of my sickness, man, and no one else can have it. It's our memento of him. Blue event. It's a common, by the way. This is only a common, right? It's not going to be game breaking or anything. It's not going to just ruin a leader forever. 4-cost Dressrosa Revo Army type. If your leader is Lucy, choose one. We could have just stopped at the first part, but that's fine. Draw 2 cards and trash 1 from your hand. So this draws 3 cards and trashes 1. So crazy, right? And on top of that, it plays a Dressrosa type character with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. So cool. That's awesome. You can play stuff like 4-cost Cavendish, some of the best cards in blue. Cool. Now the second part, right? You can return up to 1 stage card to its owner's hand. What's up with that? What's that all about?
Hey man, they had to print anti-boat. They had to print anti-boat.
What's that all about, man?
They had to print anti-boat, man.
Dude, it's so cooked. People, and I've seen people cope so hard, right? Because like people are like, oh, just run the 1-cost stage, it'll be fine. Brother, it's not fine. Because sure, you can run 1-cost stage, you can try and aggro him down, but you can't really aggro him down because he's got so many events, he's got so much card draw, and all of his events are going to be 1Ks, and his stage gives him 2K events as well. On top of that, he can just use this event on his just the turn before you play 5 elders, and you can no longer play 5 elders, and then you die the next turn.
I think the thing I don't like about this event is that they've kind of just like ruined their own kind of they've kind of ruined their own opportunity to make like a big stage based deck like Emu again.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of them printing this card, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, because like, oh my god, this just ruins Emu completely. Because like, if you don't win the game by the time you're on 10 Don, you sort of just lose as Emu now against Lucy, because you can't play 5 elders, and 5 elders gives you so much power. That's the entire deck for Emu, right? 5 elders. Instead, you don't get to play that. You don't get to draw. You don't get to search a card, draw a card, and also draw a card from Valkyrie blocking. You don't get to KO something on the board and develop 2 blockers and Nasturo. Instead, you sort of just crumple. So that's interesting.
My question to you is: do you think that they're gonna print a stage where like it's worth bouncing it back to hand with this card, your own stage?
I mean, I don't think so. Like, I guess
I think the other effect just has too much value, right?
Like, I guess Lucy can bounce back the Dressrosa stage and then draw an extra card by playing it out, but that's just meaningless compared to the first effect.
It's just
like,
worse than the first effect. Yeah,
this card feels so overloaded for a common, because like, dude, just the second part is good enough. Just the first part is good enough. Getting an option between both of them and being a common card and drawing an extra card from your leader effect? What the hell? This is insane.
But it's just too OP, man. They had to nerf it. They didn't make counterplay.
Honestly, I hope Emu gets something new in the set as well. Like, just like something new that's cool, like a new 1-cost stage that promotes a more aggressive playstyle of Emu, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Otherwise, it's a bit cooked. Like, I don't know. It's a bit cooked with this card, but
yeah.
I'll have to see.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's really tough for Emu players out here, man. Really tough.
Yeah, I mean, we're all pivoting to Broken Crocodile, so it is what it is. But it's insane that they printed that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's actually messed up, man.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to cover the last leader?
Yeah, sure. So we've got Enel. That's right. They printed a purple Enel. Jokes on all of the yellow Enel fans. We've got purple, 5 life, 5k power Enel, Sky Island. Under the rules of the game, your Don deck is 6. That okay?
Hey,
cool.
All I'm hearing is I only need 6 gold and done.
Straight up, like, this might be the cheaper deck because you just need less Don, right? But so very unique leader effect. Activate main once per turn. If it is your second turn or later, add 1 Don card from your Don deck and set it as active. So you gain an active Don, and then add up to 4 rested Don cards from your Don deck. Yep, you ramp 5 Don with your leader effect, 1 active, 4 rested, and then you give those 4 rested Don cards to one of your characters. All for free.
This leader seems.
The amount of value you're gonna get with this leader is gonna be actually insane. I'm thinking of playing this leader. Of course, I have no idea what I'm gonna play because we have not figured out any of the support, any of the engines for these leaders, right? But so far, the support seems a bit boring, except for the big guy. I hope they do something interesting, but we haven't really seen anything too crazy yet. But to be fair, we haven't seen any secret rares yet, and we haven't seen many SRs either. So, yeah, but let's go over the main boss monster for this leader.
The main man for this leader, bro.
Yep. You wanna read this one? It's the boy himself.
Gojo Satoru. I mean, Enel, sorry. Um, if you so 6 costs 8,000 power, Sky Island type. If you have 6 or less Don cards on your field, this character can't be removed by opponent's effects and gains 2,000 power. So 6 costs 10k power.
Yep.
Very balanced. Very balanced.
Yep.
Activate main Don -1. This character gains blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn, and then trash 1 card from your hand.
Yep. Thoughts?
I honestly think it's not too bad. Like it's a good card, but I don't think it's like oh this is like the most broken card in the game, right?
I think it's going to be very annoying, especially with all of the cards that Don -1, that draw card that we've been seeing. This deck feels almost like a Rayleigh or like Rayleigh level consistency, where it searches super hard for this boss monster, akin to how Rayleigh searches for 4-cost Luffy. And then it cheats out a bunch of stuff. It gets a lot of value off of just every card basically going hand neutral, every card being free because of your leader effect, and gaining all of that extra value off of just attaching 4 rested Don every time. I think it's going to be a threat. We just have to see what the rest of the support is like. But so far, I hope they do something more creative, because it looks boring as hell, except for this one
Yeah,
card.
it looks boring, but like it looks really good and really boring, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't want this leader to be good.
Yeah, but I think just the inherent power of the leader effect, just getting to attach 4 rested Don for free, it's just gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be too good to ignore. Just like that's so much value that it's just getting for free.
Yeah, because like turn 3, you play this out, right? You Don -1, you give it blocker, and then you ramp an active Don. And then with your active Don, you can play out at 1 cost, Don -1, and get to draw a card. And then the next turn, you're swinging for like 14k, for 14k with this for free. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You're just eating 14k swings repeatedly. At the very least, it's gonna be annoying.
You will be taking 1 damage a turn from this shit, bro.
Yeah, and being these cards, these Anels also being blockers is, it's gonna be annoying, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be super tough. I mean, I think it being a blocker is, I think the activated main isn't too bad. I think it's just the stat line. It's just too, indisputable.
Yeah, but like that's the thing, right? Because like every single Enel you play out, the turn you play it out, you're gonna Don -1 and turn it into a blocker, basically turning your leader into a 10k for that turn. Because you just block 1 swing for free.
Yeah, true.
Which is just like, you just have that defensive power. So many of the cards we've seen also go hand neutral. Plus, and you're also a 5 life leader, right? So it's gonna feel so tanky while smacking you in the face every turn.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this leader is, right, like the thing about this character is, like, you have to trash a card from your hand though, which is like, I don't know. If you trash a card from your hand, you have 1 less card in hand, and then you can. It's hard to protect your bodies, I don't know.
But like, that's the thing. We've seen so many 1 costs that all draw a card Don -1 on play. So like, trashing a card for every Enel you play out to basically save you from countering out of swings, because it's a 10k blocker. True. So I feel like you're saving cards in the long run. It feels a bit oppressive. At least Enel can only play like 1 of these every turn, but even that, it's we just have to see it in action.
It's Dead Man's Game victim, bro.
Yeah, I mean, low key, this deck is a Don Krieg victim. with that 4 attached on. You can rest that down, give it minus 4k power, but yeah, we'll have to see.
I think this deck is this is like another one of those decks where it's like either this deck is going to be the best deck in format, undisputed, or it's going to be absolutely horseshit.
Yeah, but like this set is gonna go insane because like pretty much every leader we've seen so far has so much potential. It's crazy, except for Rebecca.
Yeah.
It sort of feels like another OP14, but I'm sort of scared for like how the game is developing power creep wise. Because OP14 was already like crazy, right? Because all of the leaders felt like they OP13 was insane because Emu Ace invalidated the rest of the meta. OP14 is crazy because all of those leaders, except for Red Law, started competing with OP13. And now it feels like all of these OP15 leaders can compete with OP13 and 14 except for Rebecca. But like it's sort of a slippery slope. Like how far are we gonna go?
Yeah, the set is gonna be insane, man. I feel like it's so hard to do a reset though.
Yeah.
Because they have to print power minus leaders for like 3 years.
Yeah. And on top of that, also like Red Yellow Bunny being introduced. Man, it's this set is gonna be strong.
I think honestly, people have been, I don't know if people are complaining about it, but a lot of people have been talking about like power creep in One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I don't mind it. I don't mind the decks getting stronger in the way that they are. You know, I think every card game, like every game, is kind of subject to power creep at some point. And I mean like card games, right?
Yeah.
So they have to keep releasing product that's stronger than the last, so you actually have to buy it. You know what I mean?
I get that. Yeah.
But I mean, me personally, I'm a big fan of power creep. Honestly,
I mean,
them like doing these like big wild effects, I think it's really really cool. And nothing, in my opinion, feels in this set, maybe Don Krieg, but nothing feels like super oppressive, if that makes sense.
yeah, I'm just like not a fan of the way they're power creeping because like sure they're building on stronger and stronger and more unique leaders, right? But as soon as those leaders start to get out of hand, they release a new set which starts to invalidate those leaders from the previous set, and it's sort of just compounding so that like let's look at OP13, right? Emu Ace were so dominant that they released OP14, and a lot of OP14 was to target Emu Ace. And then OP15 is gonna be so strong, and it's also gonna invalidate a lot of the stuff from OP14, OP13. It's like it almost feels like every single time a new meta comes out, all of the new leaders are gonna be the meta. And then there's some leaders from the previous set that are going to be meta, but like so many of the leaders feel a bit forgotten.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like old leaders. I do feel like they're pushing the new leaders where it's just like every set. Oh, the meta is just 5 leaders from this set, five
Yeah.
leaders from this set, 5 leaders from this set.
Because
I think
like
Ace is kind of standing the test of time a little bit right now. I think Ace is going to be just super good into the set still.
yeah, like we'll obviously have to see, but yeah, I could see it.
I think Emu gets coked because they've ruined his gimmick. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I feel like Ace is still going to be super strong because they haven't coked his gimmick.
Yeah.
So if you want to invest in a deck now, I'd say invest in Ace. I think it's going to be the strongest for the longest period of time.
I mean, but like that's the thing, right? Once you invalidate Emu, the stuff that Ace is weak to starts getting into the meta because now removal is getting into the meta, and Ace is a bit weak to removal because it's a leader that plays one body per turn. So stuff like Sakazuki can remove that one body per turn, or like Red Yellow Sabo I'm sorry, not red yellow Sabo, red blue Lucy might be able to remove that one thing per turn. Maybe they get a Dressrosa locked red rock, which I'm predicting.
Hell no, bro.
Stuff like that,
Get
you know.
that shit out of here. Keep Red Rock out of my game, bro.
I
Keep
think
Red
there's
Rock out of
a
my game.
very high chance they printed Dressrosa leader locked red rock, especially
Okay,
with like Rebecca and
if
stuff.
it's Dressrosa leader locked, I won't be too mad about it.
Yeah. I think
Um,
it just pairs so well with like Lucy's leader effect, just being able to bottom deck something, draw a card, and it's gonna like Rebecca's really gonna need it to compete. Otherwise, that deck is
Rebecca is the one I'm most scared for. I'm most scared for Rebecca, not of Rebecca, for Rebecca players, bro. Because that deck just doesn't look good at the moment.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we've seen like one card, so
Yeah,
we're really just
I
guessing at
mean,
this point.
we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Um, but I mean, before we get to OP15, the OP14 EVO format is looking to be very, very much a little bit the same as OP14.
Yeah,
I don't think EVO3, EVO4 is changing much, but I think EVO3 and OP15 with the EVO4 cards from OP15, I think would definitely make a huge difference. We've EVO3 is going to make one big difference to me, and that's going to be Yuki Sanji becoming a meta deck, right?
yeah.
Like right now it's playable, but it's not great. With the new 5-cost Reiju that just Don -1 absolutely obliterates something with a red rock from your trash.
Yeah.
A lot of green decks are gonna suffer into that. Bonnie and Mihawk, stuff like that.
Just an emu
Ace as well.
upscale, man. Just an emu
Ace,
upscale.
Ace dude. Emu gets beaten by a 4-cost event, bro.
Yeah, it's an OP15, man. That's an
Um,
OP15. This
but yeah,
deck is gonna be a menace until then. So
as a world champion, Guan Rong said,
just play emu.
just play Emu.
Yeah, especially if
Just
you're in the east with like EBO4 before OP15. Emu's gonna be the strongest for sure. Because like there's so much rogue stuff and stuff like Sanji popping up. Just play
yeah.
Emu. Just play Emu.
I mean, I think one deck that really surprised me with how strong it is Kobe.
Yeah, man. Like I've got a tier list here from just a random like post I saw on X, the Everything app, where man, Kobe is an A+ tier. It's a top 4 deck in here, man. It's whew. I've been playing a lot of Kobe, and the support cards for Kobe have been insane because EBO3 already gave Kobe 2 very key cards, the 3-cost Hibari card, which on play and when attacking lets one of your sword type characters or leader attack active things. For 3 cost, that's so solid, and she can just make herself attack an active character, and then on attack you can make your leader attack an active character. Amazing, right? On top of that, the 4-cost Peacock, which cycles for free, and it gives all of your sword type characters plus 2k power during your opponent's turn, making it so hard to remove anything on Kobe's board because already it's all removal protected from effects because you can just bottom deck 3 cards with your leader effect. So this deck seems so solid, right? It's just slowly getting so much support, and the EBO4 stuff is ridiculous, right? The new Secret Rare Kobe being able to draw an extra card every turn for just KOing something, on top of the 4-cost Kobe from PRB, which also draws you a card when attacking if you have 6 or less, and it also KOs something, which pairs really well with the Secret Rare, right? So, it's solid.
Yeah, the Kobe is scary, man.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to play into that deck ASAP, brother.
Yeah.
Because just like the characters are never safe, bro. He just swings at them while they're active.
Yeah, and then I just like minus 3k power, minus 4k power, and so
dude, a Sabo Luffy in that deck is so gross.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so gross.
The only like problem this deck has is that all of its good cards are all bricks. It's got so many bricks, right? It's almost like a Mihawk problem, and especially because it's a 4 life leader as well. So I feel like you just gotta ignore his board and just go face and just kill him.
Okay, I will take. If you get bricked up as Mihawk, Loki's skill issue, bro.
Sure.
Loki's skill issue. To me, it's like if you're bricked up, it's because you're taking too many bricks off your searches. Like, of course, like the game, like you can, you can like misplay or like just get unlucky and get like 10 bricks in your off of your life in top decks. But I do feel like a lot of your searches and stuff like that, and you have 9 Cosmic Hawk as well.
I mean,
I don't know. To me, it's you just don't get bricked up, man.
I think that's just a stupid argument. I think that's just stupid, bro. Like that's the one thing that the deck has as a weakness is that it has to run so many bricks. So of course you're gonna brick up more than other decks. That's just
Yeah, but I don't know. I personally, I haven't experienced it that much. But that might just be me.
like the thing is, like you can't just not get bricked up because against a lot of decks which are trying to aggress into you, you have to use your counter or else you're gonna die. And then you have no more counter left. That's just how it works. That's how One Piece works, right? Unless you're running some like a different deck like Raftera where he runs a lot of blocker bunnies and the killers which draw a bunch of cards, right? But like it's true that like with the standard lists, you brick up a lot. That's the thing, right? That's just how it is. Because it runs a lot of bricks.
I guess so, yeah. But in my experience, I never really got super duper bricked up. I don't know.
I mean, like the thing is, like that's how Emu beats Mihawk, right? And Emu can beat Mihawk. It's just Mihawk bricks up. Otherwise, you lose.
True.
And Emus do beat Mihawk, so
yeah. I guess so. I think there is definitely a little bit of a skill curve to kind of minimizing your risk of breaking up. With like because if like let's say like a new player, you're like, oh, I'll just take all my big characters and not take like it's hard to think of an example, but
like I get what you mean, but like it's sort of unfair to say that just don't break up. Just take 2Ks and 1Ks from your searches because you need those 7-cost Shanks and Lord Beppos to compete against these decks. That's your main game plan. If you don't have them, if you just have counter, you're not playing something out that's meaningful.
Yeah.
So like you have to have Lord Beppos and Shankses in hand to compete with stuff like Emu.
Yeah.
While Emu is forcing counter out of your hand. So like you break up. That's just how it works.
I mean, I do get bricked up when it does singular Emu.
Yeah, because it's swing at you, man.
I mean, yeah.
All right, buddy.
I mean, how can I know with this man looking at me?
All right, buddy. But like, yeah, like I get what Raftera is saying, right? But also, like, come on, jeez, that's just what the deck is.
I mean, aren't all decks gonna break?
Some more than others,
Some more than others.
Like if you look at Mihawk, which half of the deck is breaks, compared to Emu, which there's 8 breaks in the deck. Emu's gonna break up, man. I mean, Mihawk's gonna break up, Emu's not, because Emu doesn't have breaks.
I mean, is Helmeppo a brick?
Helmeppo? The 6 cost? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kobe runs a lot of bricks.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, I'm like, wait, this guy just gets cooked by little swings, no?
Yeah, but also, it's just a skill issue, man. Just like, just get your counter, and you won't break up.
I mean, I'm just saying that with Mihawk because I run like 16 cycle searches, so
Yeah, Kobe runs 8 searches. It runs the black Garp, which trashes 2 black cards, draws 3. It runs all of the peacocks, trash 1 card and draw 2.
Black Gull?
Oh,
Or
sorry,
Sengoku?
not Garp, Sengoku. Yeah. So
I was
like,
like, bro's running 8 calls Gull in his Kobe list.
yeah, like the thing is like Kobe has way more cycle in searching than Mihawk, so just don't break up.
Yeah, just don't break up.
But like that's like it's just not a valid argument. Like I get Reptar, right? Because he is one of the best, if not the best, green slash Mihawk player. So like, fair enough.
I mean, no, bro. There's probably like some dude in like playing One Piece with Tibetan monks that plays Mihawk, and he just like conquers everyone, but like he never goes to competition because he's too busy training in the mountains, bro.
Yeah, like the thing is, you can just say whatever you want if you're the best, because like, who's gonna argue with you, right?
I mean, shit, shit. I mean,
Like it
how
just is what it is.
it is what it is, and I think I think you're right. Ymir does break up a lot, but
Himu.
no, sorry, you know what I mean. You know what I
yeah.
mean. um, I mean, I think you're onto something though. I think Black Crocodile is a very underrated deck at the moment.
Yeah, I've been playing a
You
lot of it.
you've been playing a lot of Black Crocodile, and I've been watching you. I'm like, dude, wait, this guy's onto something.
There's just so much variation, so much stuff you can do every turn that there's so many lines you can take where it's sort of like the Mihawk where you've got so many options with your searches, with your cycling, that there's a lot of skill expression and it's just got some crazy tools. Like Ground Death is insane because it can turn off any character in the game in that deck. You've got Missile Sunday, which goes hand positive. Blockerbeard doesn't do that. And you can also use Missile Sunday to clear board super efficiently because either you can play out Desbones into Wednesday to minus 3k something and then rush character into it, or you can into Mihawk. I've started playing out 2 Miss Wednesdays and minus 6k power to their Shanks to make it a 3000 power character and then swing into it, right? And I'm doing that for -1 card in hand. Like, you just got so many options. It's solid.
I think that deck is so cool. With like how many different lines it can take.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's could be really good, but I think you need to be a really good player for it to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's got a lot of like traps in it where you can really just mess up. And since it's a new deck, people haven't really figured it out. Like a lot of people focus really hard on the 8 cost crocodile, but that card is not good unless you have a ball, right? Missile Sunday is the strongest card in that deck, and Crocodile is sort of only a fallback where you need to stall a few turns and then end the game. Well, in a lot of matchups, like into Emu, you just trash all of your Crocodiles. You don't use them at all because all Sunday is all you need. So it's got a lot of pitfalls, and since it's such a complicated deck, so much stuff you can do, I think the stats aren't really representing its power. But I think it's got some crazy potential.
I agree. I think it's got some crazy potential. I think the other deck that's kind of underrated a lot right now is Green Bonnet. I think it kind of got overshadowed in the last meta because Emu was so strong.
Yeah.
But I think going into OP15, I think it's gonna be really good again because it's gonna be so jungle, so rogue. Emu is like a cooked deck because if you run into Don Krieg or Lucy, you just insta lose, right?
Yeah, but like,
well, not insta lose, but
yeah, I don't know how much truth there is in that because, sure, like the Emu matchup is really tough for Bonnie, but you know what matchups are even harder? Lucci and
what?
Sakazuki, bro. Like that deck suffers against removal.
Yeah, true.
So like Emu being out of the meta, sure, it's nice for a bit, but then you realize that these removable decks are back in the meta, and that's tough. Like when Emu was good, that was a good meta for Bonnie because it only had to deal with one bad matchup. So
yeah,
we'll
true.
have to see.
I think even now between OP15, it's a bit underrated at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't know, I think it got overshadowed very much by
Mihawk.
by Mihawk, and having that bad Emu matchup left like a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty much just an auto loss, right?
Yeah.
But I think it could be really good between now and OP15.
For sure.
Just because the meta is going to be so jungle after EBO3 releases with Kobe, with UI Nami, UI Boa, Yellow Luffy, all these Ace, all these different random decks that are popping up. I think Bonnie has a little good matchups into most of those, and especially if you have a good feel of like what the representation for like your play area is going to be, you can definitely take into basically any matchup apart from Emu.
Yeah, I mean, it's just got so many options being such a generic leader and having access to supernovas, being a green leader. The only downside is that it's not slash attribute, but if it was, that would be even crazier, right? But so far, it's been pretty nuts.
Anyways, we I think we can finish up the pod now.
Yeah.
But I think I've got a pretty good question of the week for our commenters. What do we think the manga for OP15 is gonna be?
Honestly, personally, I think it might be some random ass Rebecca card or like Dressrosa card. I'm guessing it's gonna be Rebecca because she's I don't know, Bandai. Uh, Japanese One Piece fans just love Rebecca and Dressrosa in general. I think it's gonna be something way out of left field, be Rebecca, or it's gonna be the obvious and it's just gonna be like NL. What do you think?
I don't think it's gonna be a no
Mm.
because they normally do secret rare mangas, right? Like one of the secret rares becomes the manga.
Yeah.
And I don't think Anel is gonna get the secret. He's already kind of got his boss monster a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking it's probably gonna be a Dressrosa card or a card for Yellow Luffy.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Cavendish manga.
No shot. No shot it's Cavendish, bro. We've already got a solid Cavendish blue card. No shot we get another one. Nah.
No.
Nah. Don Krieg manga, bro.
The whole the aura would be tremendous. Tremendous.
Dude, Don Krieg manga would go so crazy.
No, but my real guess probably manga Luffy or like manga
No shot. No shot
Yellow
it's manga Luffy, man.
We
No
wait, no, we
shot.
can't get a Yellow Luffy secret, right? We got a Yellow Luffy secret right from EVO3, right? EVO4.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a secret. Plus the Kobe. It's gonna be interesting because this is the first set we're gonna have with two mangas, right?
Wait, is the Kobe a secret rare?
Yeah, and it's
Kobe's
a manga.
No, is that like that's the 6 cost Kobe that doesn't get bombed off the board, right?
Yep.
That's an SR.
Is it? I swear it's a secret.
I could have sworn it was an SR.
Let's check real quick.
But I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard.
Oh, it's an SR, yeah. Well, it got a manga. Okay.
Well, I mean, if it's an SR, if SRs can get mangas,
I guess so. Yeah.
I'd say no. I'd probably say no. It's
Yeah.
the set for it, right?
Yeah. I could super see, just getting a manga. Makes sense.
And if not, I'd say it's probably something for, like, as you said, Rebecca or...
Man, this
like,
Kobe card is so good for an SR. What the hell?
If they popped, like a blue Doflamingo boss monster, I could also see a Dofi manga for Dressrosa.
Oh, it could be interesting.
That's, like, my only other idea, really. as to what it could be at the moment. But yeah, let us know what you're thinking down in the comments below. What you're thinking for the manga, and we will see you all next week.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.